ReefDudes is sponsored by Ecotech Marine and Bulk Reef Supply. Oh, they're finally here. All right. What's going on, guys? Devin from ReefDudes. So I am super stoked because I just got a shipment of some corals I ordered from my buddy Adam at Fraggarage. So let's get them in box and get them in the Nyos so we can add a little more color to the tank. So everything is packaged nicely. Shout out to Adam, definitely appreciate that. It's actually the first time I've ordered from him. Everything's labeled, definitely appreciate it. We got all the acros and little cups to protect them, so super stoked. So yeah, definitely shout out on the packaging. Fraggarage, nicely done. You know, good sized frags with everything. All right guys, so everything is out of the box and floating in the tank. We're just gonna let the temperature acclimate. And some of the beautiful stuff, we got some tangerine shortcake. Some grape soda, a really cool kind of purple and green. We got a princess peach. Oh, one fell out of the cup. But yeah, super nice colors on it. We got ourselves creamsicle. Look at that baby, beautiful. Got some blades of glory, glowing quite nicely, I might add. We got Reef Canada splice. So this guy actually has some other colors in it, so really cool to see what happens with that long term. We got an aqua delight, nice little pop of color. Four seasons, that guy has some really cool, nice polyps. And clockwork orange, super shaggy. This guy looks like a beauty. So yeah, definitely a big shout out to Adam Fraggarage. Everything's packaged really well. You know, just showed up out of the box. Look at that, it's full of polyps, super shaggy, super happy. So definitely stoked for that. Okay, so let these guys acclimate and we will get them placed and figure out where everything's going in the tank. So this is the fun part. Now before we get all the coral in, there's one little sucker of an Aiptasia in the back of this rock that's been taunting me. So we're gonna cover that F Aiptasia first and just kind of rid it from the tank before we get all our corals in. It becomes slightly harder to get to. Little suckers right on the back of this rock. Okay, so the one guy's been hopefully taking out that Aiptasia. So now comes the fun part of getting the corals placed in the tank. Now I think I'm gonna put some of the millies more on this end of the tank. So we're gonna start with the clockwork orange, and this guy is a freaking beauty. Doesn't quite do it justice, but we'll get some good macros once it's all in the tank. All right, so first one in, I'm gonna put it right in the front here, and this is the clockwork orange. Now I did turn off the flow of the MP40s for now, just so I can get stuff placed without it wiggling around as the glue dries. Next up we have the Four Seasons. This guy again, fairly nice color. I think I can put on the ridge directly above it. Now one thing I am taking into account here is a little bit of color theory and kind of contrasting it. So I'm gonna have a greeny orange one. So up behind it we're gonna have one that's purple and some other colors kind of directly above it. And I'm really trying to pay attention to putting stuff with contrasting colors kind of closer together. And it just kind of helps each coral pop a little bit more. Okay, so this guy is the Four Seasons. Next up we have the Aqua Delight. I think this guy, I'm gonna put him on this little ledge over here. Kind of slowly branching out towards the front. Reef Canada splice, this should be a cool one. This guy I might put a little more front and center because it looks like it has some shaggy polyps. So I might put it on one of these front ledges. Yeah, so fits nicely into that front one, so we're just gonna pop it in, and that's the Reef Canada splice. Next up we have the creamsicle. So this one's encrusted pretty good. So again, I think I might want to leave it on the rock, and if I can just fit the frag plug in. Well, guess it's going over there. That guy was the creamsicle. This one is the Blades of Glory. It's got some really nice colors. I'm gonna glue this guy just around the edges and poke in that crack. It should work out to let it encrust from there. Okay, and tangerine shortcake, so that's the next one up. This should be a cool one. I think I need a little more color on the far left. So the side note, also little bits of carbon chipped with the coral, which I think is a really cool idea to absorb any potential toxins. Next we got grape soda. So this is a really cool kind of purple and green one. I believe this one's a little more of a good grower, so I think up top and the back is gonna be a good spot for it. And last but not least, we have Princess Peach. This one looks like a beauty. Lots of green and pink. It's now Sunday, got the corals Friday, so they've had about 2 days to settle in, and stuff is looking pretty dang happy. We're at kind of more around the high noon of the day, so the lights are definitely a bit whiter. And Everything is super shaggy and polypy so far, which is a good indicator to me that they're pretty dang happy. And I did add a chunk of red dragon in for a little bit of splash of color, forgot the rest. But these guys are looking pretty dang good, so I'm pretty dang happy. So everything was shipped well. Obviously it seems very healthy because a couple days in, everything's still happy. You know, the funny thing is I added like, what, 9 or 10 frags, and the tank still looks pretty empty, which makes me laugh a bit. So you think that would do a big impact. And there's definitely color. As things grow, obviously it will. Now, one thing that I've done in the past, which has caused me issues, is I put corals too close together. So this time I'm really making sure I give stuff room to grow in space, you know, make sure there's a good 4 or 5 inches between corals. Even right now, looking, there's one there and one there. Those might even be too close. So I might move one of those over a bit more, just for kind of future growth considerations. But the rest I think are doing pretty good. They have nice big gaps for what kind of area they can grow in, but definitely still have tons of prime coral spots. So we'll see. I think I'm gonna give these a few weeks, and if everything is happy, then maybe we'll order another batch of frags and we'll add a few more things to the tank. But yeah, there you go. So finally getting some more color and some more life into the Nyos. So pretty stoked. As always, guys, hopefully you enjoyed this. If you did, be sure to hit that like button. If you're new, make sure you subscribe. And yeah, if you want to pick up some corals within Canada, definitely check out Fraggarage. All right, guys, let's catch you on the next video.